welcome to my 7/4 multiplayer review. Overall, I'd give the multiplayer a 4 out of 10 rating. There are quite a few downsides to this, but maybe in future they'll be patched. So there's 8 things that I want to go through, which are all downsides. Overall, the gameplay isn't too bad, but these downsides really let the multiplayer down, and to be honest, I'd stick to the campaign. First of all, is the fact that it only has 4 multiplayer maps. For a new release game, maybe they're planning DLCs and things in the future, but 4 maps is not a lot. When you play online, you'll soon get bored of this. There's only one game mode. It reminds me a bit of Conquest in Battlefield 1. There are some objectives, you have to capture them, and the only difference is you get points to spend rather than just points for your team. Now, they have such an opportunity to create more game modes and they haven't. Again, maybe in DLCs there will be, but for the moment now, there's only one, which again can get a bit boring over time. Third downside is on the PS4 I can't seem to figure out a way to invite friends. Now, if you have a load of friends to play with, or maybe like me, you're a streamer and people want to play with you, can't find a way to invite friends, maybe there is, maybe I'm just a bit blind and can't find it, but for me that's a big downside. The fourth thing is you can't pick the skills at the start. If you look at the bottom left here, in each doctrine you have different skills that you can pick. So for example, we can build sandbags and defences around tanks so they take less damage. You can have grenades on infantry. Well, we can't actually pick them, they're automatically assigned depending which doctrine you pick, which isn't great because maybe you want to specialise, maybe you don't want some of them, maybe you want all of them, so that's a bit of a downside again. My fifth point is the fact that you can't change the computer difficulty if you add them into your multiplayer game, because at the moment there's not too many lobbies around, so I'm filling up the space with computers. Can't seem to change the difficulty, which is a big downside, because they can sometimes be insanely difficult for no apparent reason. My sixth point is the fact that I can't get 4v4 working. So I've tried it with 3 humans versus 3 humans with a computer on each team, and 2 humans versus 2 humans with 2 computers on each team. Whatever happens, it seems to lag out a lot at the beginning. People seem to leave, people don't seem to play. I just cannot get it working. I would say maybe it's my internet, but I have a super fast fibre optic broadband, so it's very unlikely, and I've tried it all different times of the days, peak and non-peak. I cannot get it working. Maybe it is my end, maybe it's the servers, I don't know. My 7th point is the lack of vehicles. In the campaign, let's take the Russians for example, they have the lovely rocket launchers, and the Germans have MRLs and things like that, but you just can't get all of these vehicles on the multiplayer game, which is interesting because some of the artillery pieces are very powerful. I mean, it makes sense, they've kind of nerfed and actually taken out some of the really powerful pieces, but at the same time it would make the games far more interesting if they could put them in, even if they were worth a lot of points. Again, maybe it will come out in patches or DLCs. My 8th and final point is the fact there's a 1,000 point cap. So as you can see at the top of the screen, because I've got some gameplay running in the background, this is a downside but also a positive at the same time. If you are the losing team and the other team owns say 3 out of the 4 objectives and they're getting loads of points, obviously it's positive for you that they only can get a maximum of 1,000 points and they don't just suddenly forget they're moving their troops around, suddenly have 4,000 and they can order in 10 tanks. But at the same time it's a disadvantage, because if you're behind and you're defending and you're on that losing team and you're moving stuff around to defend and you reach the 1,000 point cap, you really need those points, then you can't order things in. Well, you can order up to 1,000 points, but no more than that, and you've lost all the points that you really need. But yeah, so those 8 points are, I would say, downsides, maybe a few positives in there, but like I said, overall the gameplay, a bit like the campaign, same downsides, same upsides, but I would give this a 4 out of 10 overall for multiplayer. Hopefully things will be patched as time goes on, and maybe more stuff will come out on DLCs. We'll have to see. But thank you for watching. Follow me on YouTube, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and follow me on Twitch for my live streams. Thank you.